Hey guys, it's Libby from Silverdingo, and today I'm bringing you a summer get ready with me with some bold blue and peachy and gold eyes. This is a collab with my new YouTube friend Australis, I cannot say this with braces, sorry, Australis01, and she makes beauty videos as well. She uploads every Sunday, and at the moment she's having a giveaway for 100 subscribers. And we're both doing get ready with me's, except her one is a winter get ready with me. So let's get into this, and make sure to check out her channel. I will link it down below, and also her video, but hers will be later as she's on the other side of the world, different time zones. But let's get into it. So first I'm going to start off with a primer, because in summer it can get hot and you're sweaty and oily, and you definitely want to keep your skin looking fresh. And I am going to use this NYX Photo Loving Primer. I just tried using this because I've had this for a little while. I wasn't really using it, and then I tried this again a few days ago and I was like, damn, that actually looks really good. It's like, this is quite a bit of primer, I feel like. Do people use this much primer? But using this much and this primer is just, it looks so smooth on the face. And my foundation yesterday was so good. It stayed all day, which normally my foundation is basically rubbed off at the end of the day. And also I didn't use any setting spray, I just used this primer. I think I might have used BB cream or foundation, not sure, and then powder. Because it's summer and that primer is a little bit thick, it's like a silicone-y texture, I want to use a BB cream just a bit lighter. And your skin is like supposedly better in summer, although I still get breakouts and stuff in summer, so whatever. But I thought I should use something light for the hot weather. And also this has SPF in it, which it is just a must in New Zealand. If you don't wear sunscreen, you are burnt in like 2 minutes. I got a really bad sunburn on my back even though I put sunscreen on. So you basically need to use sunscreen on your face, and a good way to do that is use BB cream. I'm using the Maybelline Dream Pure BB cream, and I'm going to talk about this in a later video, but I like the product, but I'm not going to recommend it to you just because Maybelline isn't a cruelty-free brand, and I want to do a whole video on this when I've gotten more into it. But basically I don't want to promote non-cruelty-free products anymore, and I'm not going to buy cruelty products anymore. Some brands test on animals, and there is enough violence and cruelty in this world without having to test on animals as well. So I'm going to not buy anymore. Obviously I'm going to use up all the products that they do test on animals that I've already purchased, because it would just be a waste to throw them away. Also, this is the BH Cosmetics 123 brush. I'm buffing my BB cream in with that. Now I have fully blended in the BB cream. I'm going to use the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer just for a few spots that the BB cream didn't fully cover, and also under my eyes because I have insane dark circles. Because I breathe through my mouth. I don't know if you know this, but you're supposed to breathe through your nose, and I have for a long time breathe through my mouth. And so, oh my god, there's a huge bug on my foot. I breathe through my mouth, and apparently you're meant to breathe through your nose. And so I've had a number of problems from mouth breathing. One of them is dark circles, and I'm talking about like really dark, because pretty much everyone has some kind of dark circle. And I also get a sore throat and really dry lips, but I think that's also from braces as well. And I blend this in with my finger, as I always do, because it just works well. So now it's time for powder, and this is the NYX HD Finishing Powder. This is my only powder. This is the only powder I've ever tried, and it works well. But can anyone recommend me some powders, because this is kind of running out and I have no idea like what to look for in a powder. I only started using powder because makeup gurus told me, and I can definitely see a difference. It kind of locks in and stops your face from being like sticky. But what makes one powder better than another, like I just don't know. I just use like a pointy brush under my eye so I can pack in the powder, but for the rest of my face I'm using this BH Cosmetics 124 so I can get like a big swirl just all over my face. I'm using quite a few of the same products, so I'm just going to skip through this. This is the Australis AC on Tour Contour and Highlight Palette, and as usual using these two shades. I'm putting it higher than I used to because I saw that James Charles puts his contour a little bit higher than most makeup gurus I see, and his contour is on point. I'm also going to take the same BH Cosmetics 124 brush and I'm going to take this end one, which is a little bit more orangey, and I'm just going to kind of put it all over my cheek to make me look more bronzy. Wow, that was a little bit too much. Next I'm going to use this Colourpop blush, which is really peachy and a nice summery colour, and it is in Holiday. I'm going to use this brush. Doesn't have any numbers because I got them from AliExpress, so any kind of rounded brush like this will work. Just going to put it kind of the normal place, like the apple of the cheek, but also blend it up a bit. Next I'm going to use this Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and everything in this tutorial has been kind of cheaper, but this pencil is the only brow pencil I have, and I much prefer brow pencils to using powder. You can use powder if you want, but I do love brow pencils and this is a really nice one. But I think NYX has an auto liner or something like that. I recommend brow pencils a lot. Just gonna take the pointy end and try fill it in. This is kind of nerve-wracking, although not as much as trying to do liquid eyeliner on camera. I don't worry too much if it's a little messy. I always take the other end, which is a spoolie, which is really handy, and then I brush through so it distributes the product well. Also, another reason that I'm using a brow pencil is because I want to add some freckles to my face. I've never tried this, hopefully it will go well, but basically I'm just going to do dots around this kind of area and see if it works. A brow pencil works well. Okay, I want to try to do some off camera to see if I can make this better, because at the moment it looks a little bit dodgy. Okay, so I have drawn some on. Just going to put the tiniest bit of powder on top to blend it in a little bit and set it onto my face. This is the NYX primer that I used, and I'm going to now use it on my eyelids because I feel that primer really helps stick your eyeshadow. And I don't see the point of getting proper eyeshadow primer because like that's expensive and it seems like a marketing trick to me. I don't see the difference between the primers. I'm going to start out with my trusty Shaaanxo BH Cosmetics palette, which you should have picked up by now because I've mentioned it in quite a few videos and I use this all the time. And also BH Cosmetics has quite a few different palettes which are nice. I don't have any of the other ones. First I'm going to take this yellowy colour because I want a nice crease shade and I don't want anything too dark. So I'm going to try this yellow. So put that in your crease, and this is a nice fluffy blend brush. Next I'm going to put on this Colourpop shadow in Weenie, and it's a really nice dark kind of coppery colour. Ooh, look at that pigment. I'm going to apply it with my finger because it's probably one of the best ways to apply the Super Shock shadows from Colourpop. And I'm going to put this kind of on most of my eyelid, but I'm going to leave a little space right in the corner. And I don't really need it right on the end because I'm going to put another colour there. It's kind of middle, going towards the end a little bit. Next, I'm going to take this Viva palette, which I hate that I use this all the time because it's my only colourful palette that I have. I just realised this has a name. I have just been calling it a shimmer palette for all this time. It's number 1 Striking Shades. Well, if you have this palette, then good on you, but I feel like a lot of people will not. You could use any colourful shimmery colours that you have. There's definitely some nice ones coming out. Like, I feel like eyeshadow companies are getting more into the bold and colourful things. So I'm going to take a dark navy blue and a little bit of this middle one too. So basically dark blue. I'm going to concentrate this on the very outer V of my eyeball. Bring it in the crease a little bit. There we go. You can even bring it under your eye. That went inside my eye. So I'm going to use my fluffy blender brush to blend that. Now just go back in with your Colourpop Weenie or any other copper shade that you're using and just go back over the top a little bit, and then basically just keep adding and blending until you get the pigmentation and the look that you want. So now that I've kind of blended the blue and copper together, I'm going to add a little bit of this Colourpop gold shadow called Get Lucky, and I'm going to add that in the corner as a little bit of an inner corner highlight and to blend out the copper a little bit. It's on the inner corner of the eyelid because people put it right in there. I don't want it right in there, I just want it on the eyelid still, but in the corner, on the space that we left before. Now that you've blended out the eyeshadow and made it built the eyeshadow up to the pigmentation that you like, you can now add some mascara. And I'm going to use this Revlon Photoready 3D volume. And now for some glow. This is one of the products that I think you should splurge on. The highlight. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit. I said I was going to do more of a review, and this is kind of it because there's not a ton I have to say, just that it definitely is glittery and there's definitely fallout. I would definitely recommend it still. This is cruelty free and the colours are gorgeous and they do have a really nice glow. It's just there definitely is a bit of glitter and fallout. There's definitely more fallout on some colours than others. Pink Heart definitely has some more. I'm going to use Blue Ice. It's a nice bluey colour, but you can use a more natural highlighter because these eyes are definitely very bold. This is definitely a more bold look. If you want to tone it down, maybe don't put as much blue, don't put a blue highlight. I'm happy to slay the bold blue look, but this would definitely look super pretty with pink highlighter. I want to finish this look off with a nude lip. Feel free to use any lipstick, but I'm going to use this Chatty Viva Diva lipstick in Bombshell just because everything else is so bold. It's kind of my lips but a little bit more mauvey. This is my outfit. Well, this is the top half. I just have this black plain t-shirt from Cotton On and this nice blue jacket from Miro. I'm probably not going to wear this all day just because it is summer and it is boiling, but it's actually a nice lightweight material. These are my shorts and I got these, I think I got them from JJ's and they were on sale, and they just have this nice black and white pattern on them and a little bit of a ruffle at the bottom, and I like nice kind of loose shorts like this for summer. That is my full outfit and makeup for today. So thank you for getting ready with me and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Bye!